Thank you for tuning in to the Garage Cast. This is your host, Arman Hocker, and today's guest is Angel Oliveras. See, I got that shit right? Angel is a mixed martial artist, and he's also active duty military. So if you have any questions, no, can't do questions yet. Do questions after I push it out.
Oh, all right. Got it.
But yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I didn't even thank you. Thank you for freaking coming out here, man. Well, not coming out here, but doing the show. You don't have to do it, man. I just asked you, so that's what's up. So, man.
No worries, man. All love.
Yeah.
Especially like when they get my last name right. You know what I mean?
Oliveras. Oliventado. Oliventras.
He got his own accent with it,
No.
man.
I noticed when I did speak Spanish, not so much now. Every now, I'll be trying to teach the kids stuff like apple and water and just leche, like very simple stuff. I'll say it almost like with a specific accent. I don't try to disrespect it like leche. It's leche, like
Yeah.
And then if I get sentences together,
I feel like when I try to like talk to people, like teach them stuff,
yeah,
that I tend to do that too. Actually,
I think it's. I think you have to if you're going to teach another language or speak it, because there's a certain way that the words come off in the rhythm of the sentences.
Yeah, I got you.
So yeah, if I try to tell somebody, no, I'm not hungry, but can I have something to drink? It doesn't sound like I just said it in English. It's very fluent, very just like almost not romantic, but it almost has a
little suave.
Yeah, it almost
feel
floats. Yeah, it's weird, man. It's very, very different. And I noticed that a lot. Lately, not lately, but when I was in Texas, I had to order all my food in Spanish because the chicks that work at the Spanish, the taqueria, they only spoke Spanish, but they would understand English. So I could tell them in English, and they'd be like, okay. And look at my homie and be like, yo, what did he say? He's no tomatoes, right? Like, yeah, no tomatoes, all right. But there it felt more robotic. But then listening to music and just kind of speaking it, really, guess since I've been married, been around kids, it's almost a flow. Like, because my oldest was taking Spanish last year, so just trying to speak to him in Spanish to try to help him understand Spanish and realize that he needs to learn it.
You know what? I don't know that much Spanish.
It happens.
My older sister knows a bunch of Spanish. She was fluent in it. My mother taught her.
Really?
Yeah, and then she got remarried down the line, and I just never picked it up because she started talking English all the time.
Oh, your mom?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then, my sister went to, Spain, right?
Yeah.
The study abroad shit.
Yeah.
She came back. She started correcting everybody.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, that's not how you say it properly. My mom was pissed.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me not to insult you. You're not Spanish.
No, I'm Puerto Rican.
Here we go. So there's like a Mexican Spanish, Puerto Rican Spanish, Spaniard Spanish. There's all these different.
And Spaniard Spanish is supposed to be like the
authentic.
way you're supposed to do it.
That's what we learned in school. Vosotros and all this stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What is that?
I think that's the wire.
Yeah.
You still hear me?
Yeah, you good. It happens.
My fault.
Yeah, you good. Yo. Whatever. I got to figure it a different way. I think I might turn them upside down.
Okay.
Because everybody, they'll grab it and move the mic. I'm like, yo, man. Mess up my
Don't
mics.
touch the wire.
I'm not sponsored yet. If I got a sponsor, yeah, mess them all up. I don't care. These coming out of my pocket. But, that's what we learned in school. So then I would learn that in school, and then I would go. This is before I went to Texas. So I would always say stuff like, yo quiero, whatever, right? Or I will always put yo and then the word.
Yeah.
Right? And my homie's like, yo, just say, quiero agua para tomar. I was like, oh, okay. All right. But we had to learn the proper way. And whatever, man. I didn't know. But yeah, once I kind of got out there and I talked to some people from Michoacan, Mexico, that Spanish is different than northern Mexico. I was like, come on, man.
Can't win, bro.
Yeah. As I try to keep it simple, dude. Like, are you hungry? Let's go. Like, just very simple things, man. Yo, no tomatoes. Let me get a freaking what's the daggone pineapple? pina, whatever. Like I keep it real simple. People start getting the conversations. I'm like, no.
I get annoyed. Like people start like, well, that's not how we say it here, and I'll just be like, well, here's Google Translate. Which kind are you?
Yeah.
Don't play with me. Here you go.
Yeah, I don't get that stuff, man. Because it's like English, right? You're maybe from the South, and I'm from New York. Well, what is it? Pop. That's when pop and soda.
I say soda.
A dude got mad at me. Mad. Like, he was selling pop. And I asked him, I said, yo, what kind of pops you got? You mean soda? I was like, yo, you act like you got stock in the word. Relax.
Like you owned it? Like, yeah, fucked up your word or something?
He was upset, man. And I'm kind of like, and this was probably the first time I ever heard somebody get mad, like really concerning themselves with what I addressed, that sweet, sugary, fizzy beverage. And I was just like, yo, what is wrong with the people? And then that's when I realized people from, in Milwaukee may say soda or whatever, and Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, parts of Indiana say pop. I was just like, yo, I'm done with it. I want a 7-Up. How about that? Seriously, man. People will get upset.
I'll just be like, that right there. Stop playing with me, that. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like,
I don't get it, man. Some people get wrapped up in a bunch of unnecessary stress. The dude was mad. I got kind of like, yo, is this dude gonna fight me? He was upset
over soda.
Yeah.
You could try to fight me over soda.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. But what were we talking about?
MMA.
Yeah, were we? Jake Shields. Oh yeah, teaching your kids and stuff, man. That's what. That's what it was. We were talking about stopping whatever you're doing when you have kids. That's what happened to me. We had our daughter, and then I stopped going. I stopped doing jiu-jitsu altogether because my wife was at home. We had 2 other kids and an infant or a newborn. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna lay off. So I was going maybe once a week, to open mat. It wasn't even a structured class.
That's an infant though.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is when your kid's 2 years old.
Oh yeah.
And up. They can come to the goddamn class.
Dude, there would be kids in there not jiu-jitsuing anything. A little gi, little white belt. All they did was play. But man, the little girl was like 3 or 4. She could talk and stuff, but she wasn't in the class. But her dad would just bring her and she played with other kids in a little back room. So like you walk in, that's where we roll, right?
Yeah.
And then in the back room was they would hold a cardio class that for some reason only women would go to. I went to it a couple times. It ain't no punk, man.
Yeah, the cardio class is not a joke. But the reason mostly women go to it is because a lot of people don't want to make the women feel uncomfortable. Like they be doing certain things. Like, you know what I mean? Like the planks and the people will go look over there and you'd be like, yo, you can't be looking like that, G. Like,
yeah.
You're going to disturb the class, bro.
It was always the same crew, same 5 or 6 females. And they did those during the week. And on the weekend, that's when I would go. And there was this other dude, like the owner's brother-in-law, some way he was family. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I wasn't looking at the girl. I guess they were attractive girls. Whenever a woman has on what are those things, tights or whatever,
yoga pants.
They're always attractive. But after seeing the girls a few times, whatever, I can't look at that shit because it's gonna make her feel uncomfortable. It's not.
Yeah,
but I'm like, I'm a man, dude. I know you're looking at me. Nah. But yeah, man, I went to a few of those classes. It's straight, dude, because it was like I would go there for it's like an hour or 2 hours, and then class for adults started like 3 hours later. So we'll go in the morning, go home, eat, take care of the kids, whatever I did, and then come back. But oh yeah, how do we talk? The kids would just play back there. Like old boy bring his kid in, and there's another kid. They just be in the back playing. The thing was, I don't know how big that room was, man. It may have been a little bigger than that kitchen, but it was just big enough to like have like 4 or 5 people in there and an instructor, and they could do some little kickboxing or whatever stuff. So yeah, man, I don't plan on stopping anything I do, as long as I'm there, as long as I'm enjoying what I'm doing, I'll keep doing it. And then if the kids I got to watch the kids today or whatever it is, I call it raising my own kids. Yeah, if I have to do it, all right, cool. Well, we're going to jiu-jitsu today at 2:00. So let's go. Pack up your snacks.
I feel like that's opening their mind anyway. Yeah. You get to see new things. Your dad's doing it. Maybe they like it too. Maybe they want to try it.
And that's what I was saying that before is I think you can't, if your kid's not doing anything, it's probably because you haven't put enough in their brain. Kind of expose them to things.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are doing jiu-jitsu, even going to the heart where it's like all this stuff that you may go, this kid's not interested in it. Nah, man, expose that kid. If you get that kid into the jiu-jitsu class, not as a student, but you take them with you and go, well, just sit there and read or whatever. There's other kids there. Those other kids have ideas too, but your kid wouldn't have had that new idea
without those other ones.
Exactly.
I got you.
And I feel like if you stop doing what you do, then your mind will stop developing. You'll stop wanting to do things. You'll stop learning how to not multitask. 'Cause I don't think you can really multitask, but you stop having the drive to pursue things. If you say, well, I got kids, I'm done. I got to be home at 5 o'clock every day. I'm eating and going to sleep,
Like, why be a boring parent anyway?
Yeah.
And number two, I feel like the kids open your mind as well.
They
know
do.
What I mean?
They do, man.
Like, I took my kids to Legoland.
Right. Word?
And I was like, hey, move, let me get a picture of this dinosaur, this big-ass dinosaur made out of Legos. I was like, who makes this shit? So I was like hella more excited than the kid.
Right. Well, because to them, it's just a thing. But to you, you're looking at Legos as toys, but you go, yo, how many man hours did it take to do this? Did they have to design it? Did somebody just think of it, or did they have to actually design it and go, I need 432,000 Legos?
Exactly. And I was like, and I wish a kid would knock my shit over. I would be so fucking mad.
Yeah, it's wild when you see stuff like that. I think somebody made one of those Star Wars ships with all Legos. So that's what I'm saying. If you see things as an adult like that, because you understand that, well, the real thing is made out of, flesh and genes and blood and tissue or metal for the ship or the spaceship. But it makes you start to think about, well, what can you do? What can you do that's so amazing with Legos? Because because they'll do stuff like make a working gun. You can see it on YouTube, but
bro, they made like a big ass car, right? And I was like, I couldn't even make the car with the car pieces, like with the car body. Like I would fuck that up somehow. I always think that it pushes your brain, man. It makes you think, well, how can I do that? I look at Instagram and just YouTube, like all these things, and I go, am I that funny? I've been that funny, but can I formulate something to make it a skit and upload it every week or every day or whatever it is? But without seeing it, I would have never thought I could do that or anything like it. Exactly.
So that's why I like trying different things. It's like this podcast or my other YouTube channel, all these things where I just go, I would have never thought about it. I would have never thought I could do it if I never saw it or a friend of mine wasn't talking about it. I go, man, I could probably do that too, man. So I just think exposing your kids to that stuff is very important. But you can't make them do anything. But you can always expose them to things and say, well, look, man, choose. Yeah. There's enough out there. Just pick it. Oh, I don't know if I can. Well, maybe you can't then. I don't know, but you can't tell me that you're bored or you want to do something different. Do something. Let's go just drive around the city for an hour, for 2 hours, 10 hours. You'll see something.
No, we don't get that type of gas no more, man.
Hey, that's true. That's true.
Listen, you balling if you driving around 10 hours. I'm like, shut that shit off.
It may be worth it. It may be worth it. Maybe you got to save up every couple months. Like, all right, man, I got $714 just for gas. Let's drive. But yeah, man.
Like, hell no.
That jiu-jitsu stuff it can open your mind. Like my oldest was like, we're watching one of these UFC matches. And my man says, why is he holding him against the cage? Why doesn't he just throw him or something like that? He didn't understand what they call it, wall work or whatever it is. Like, he didn't understand it at all.
Clinch work of it?
Clinch, yeah. He was like, I understood it more than he did. Mm-hmm. But he didn't understand it at all until I put him on a wall and just kind of worked him. Like, well, this is why you can't do that. Because, well, you're going to end up losing. You're going to end up getting knocked out. You're going to end up getting tied up in something. Because if you don't know, you're just looking at it going, yeah, why doesn't he just, back off of him and punch him? Well, you can do that, but here's the threat. Or you can do that, but, well, here's the other threat. Like there's a, what do you call it? There's a method to the madness. There's a technique. So I remember I watched, oh, man, what's that Faber guy? He's about to retire too.
Uriah Faber.
Faber. I can't remember who he was fighting, but I think it was in the WEC. But every single time they broke, he's punching them. He's like 3 or 4 shots every time on the break. He's controlling the break, and he's also throwing shots. Like, that's one way you can control what that opponent's going to do. So, but without that, man, he's the only guy I've ever seen really do that because he kept doing it the whole match. Kept doing it. Kept doing it.
I think Randy Couture is like the best dude ever to do like clinch fighting.
Yeah.
He mopped up dudes he shouldn't have mopped up.
But he was a wrestler too, though, so he knows about like grinding people out.
Oh yeah.
So,
but man, he just keep him on the cage and they couldn't get off the cage.
Yeah, and back then I guess it was still new.
Mm-hmm.
So that wasn't.
I think he revolutionized it. He was the OG.
Yeah, man. There were a few leaps and bounds in mixed martial arts where people say, "Oh, I can do that. Yeah, you can do it, man." It's about just figuring it out and just going for it and seeing if it works for you. Because if it doesn't, guess what? You're gonna resort to your old whatever you're comfortable with.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like when you get tired, you're just like, well, I don't feel like throwing punches. Let's just wrestle. Let's get on the ground. That's what you feel comfortable with. That's what you're tired. You feel comfortable with that. You resort to that. Some people resort to kicking. Who knows? Or running. I've seen that before too. What was it, boy? What was that? Diaz and Mcgregor, the first fight. They weren't running, but no, the second fight.
The second fight was a little bit more.
He was creating his own distance, which is a strategy. If you keep doing it, you're like, Second fight, he looked better.
The second fight, he was better because Diaz didn't choke his last out. But I'm Team Diaz. I love Diaz, man. I love Diaz brothers. I like how they fight, how their mentality.
Well, I like the underdog because they were counting Diaz out. You know what I'm saying? They always do.
They should never. He's so tough, bro. He's like the. I've seen the Diaz brothers take head kicks. I'm like, how the fuck do they do that?
The only thing I don't like about the Diaz brothers, Nate, right?
Yeah.
Called McGregor.
Mm-hmm.
He never kicks.
They don't kick, which
makes him really
like
one-dimensional.
Rare, but their style.
Not one-dimensional, two-dimensional. They got jiu-jitsu and striking,
right?
Oh, man,
their jiu-jitsu is phenomenal.
But that's one thing I look at and I go, ooh, just think about how nasty they would be if they kicked.
Yeah, that's a lot of criticized. Like, Rampage got criticized for that by Joe Rogan, I think. But Rampage also knocked motherfuckers out.
That's true.
And Diaz's style is very effective. Like, that's what they do. They box you out. And you're like, holy shit. This dude won't stop boxing me up.
Before I get basically shit on, the other thing is they never switched stances. Cause I remember he fought Dos Anjos. Dos Anjos ate that front leg up, and I'm thinking, yo, you need to switch legs, dude. You can only take so many of them. I don't care how tough you are. And he just ate his fucking front leg up, and what do? He couldn't do anything, you know?
Oh, man.
So I see stuff like that with the Diaz brothers, and I'm like, oh, man, if they would just do that one thing, just turn that knob up to like 2 more spots and start throwing kicks or start switching stances every now and then. Because Dominic Cruz switches stances. Even when I'm not a fighter, but I always like switching stances. Because if the guy to my right or left, well, I may need to change because I want to throw something.
Yeah,
so I have to be kind of comfortable.
Yeah, I taught myself how to fight lefty too.
Yeah,
but it's a lot of work to teach yourself how to fight in the other stance.
Yeah, I think you favor things.
Yeah. Also, it's like you'll do mistakes that you don't quite realize.
Yeah.
So you got to work a lot on it. Like, there's a lot of heavy bag training, and I do stuff in sparring. I'm like, okay, I'll put my left hand way too low. You know what I mean? Or I need my left shoulder up, stuff like that.
I think you got to get through that too to see it. But yeah, if you're right-handed, you already have a plan. I think before you get deep into a fight or a sparring match or whatever. But if you switch to left-handed, then you may favor kicks now. For whatever reason, because you're like, oh, my left's not my power hand. Well, all right. Well, I look at it as more options.
Yeah.
You know?
Kidneys on that side too, isn't it?
I don't know. Right?
I don't know anatomy. I just know it hurts people.
Left, right side, I think.
Left body kick is a beast, boy.
Yeah. I think Shannon Briggs. You ever heard of Shannon Briggs?
What?
You never heard of Shannon the Cannon? Yo, he's like 52 years old, right?
Yeah.
I think he's going to have a fight here soon. He's like 52 years old, heavyweight, just knocking folks out, man. He always screams, let's go champ and all this stuff, right? He's comedy. Straight positive, though. any of his Instagram. I think he's on Twitter too. Any of that stuff, straight positive, right? He's always talking about what he's eating. He's like, you need to eat your beets, champ. You know, like you can't drink soda, champ. You got to get to sleep, champ. Like he's real positive dude. But you were talking about the kidneys. He's got a nasty left hook, man, to the body. Just drops cats.
Yeah, man.
He builds that thing up, left hook, boom, done. Cats are done, man. So yeah, he's supposed to fight, man. I hope I get to see him fight.
I hope I get to see this 205 card. This 205 card looks lit. You better check that card right now.
No, I've seen it.
Thiago Alves is back. Johnny Hendricks is on there. Donald Cerrone is on there.
Johnny's talking about retiring.
Johnny, I don't know, man. I don't know if he cut weight the wrong way for too long, and that's why he keeps missing weight.
How do you keep missing weight? That's your profession.
That is your profession. I don't know if
2 weeks
diet
out.
change.
If you're 30 pounds over 2 weeks out, something's wrong, bro. You need to figure it out. But and I'm not a fighter, right, or a wrestler, I'm not a fighter or a wrestler. But I always wonder, and I know the idea behind it. Why do people blow up so much between fights that they have to really buckle down and cut? I get it because of the size advantage, right?
I can answer that for you.
But people like blow up 50 pounds, like is it Anthony Johnson? He'll get huge.
Anthony Johnson's a fucking animal.
I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
He kept missing weight. You know he used to fight at 170.
Yeah, but he was a dum-dum for trying to get down there. Yeah. He's what, 6'9"? Like he's just a big, thick dude. There's no reason he was trying to get down to that, man. But
he's a Tyson of MMA.
He's nasty.
He lands that. You got about 2 or 3 of those. He lands flush and you out.
I think he's gonna beat Cormier.
I don't know. Cormier better do it like the last time. He better wrestle his ass
But that's
off.
the thing, man. Don't act like Anthony Johnson didn't catch him with that on the left or right, whatever it was.
Oh, man, he caught him. Did you see Daniel Cormier's face after he caught him? He was like, holy shit. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why Daniel, he got hit, right?
And Daniel used to fight heavyweight.
Yeah.
So imagine the type of power this motherfucker has to have to make you be like, oh shit, am I back at heavyweight or what?
I think he's gonna probably just resort to wrestling like he did the first time.
That'd be a smart move.
You can't, those mittens that Rumble has, mittens. He just hit nasty. Because that's when he knocked out, he was fighting, what's the white kid? The Swedish guy.
Alexander Gustafsson.
Yeah.
Which is exactly why this is the fight I want to see. Dana White, I hope you're listening.
He doesn't even know I have a podcast, sir.
Anthony Johnson versus Jon Jones. That's what I want to see.
I thought that would be interesting, but I think Jones would beat him.
Yeah, but then again, Alexander went 5 rounds with Jon Jones.
Yeah.
And then
but I don't think
Anthony took him out the first round. Bow.
I think if they fought that again, I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. Anthony's a consistent knockout artist. It's not like
but Anthony kind of called him funny. It wasn't. They weren't boxing. It wasn't just this clean shot. You know.
But
it was.
Man, did you see that head turn?
It looked like a headbutt. That's the questionable part because Rumble went in, and it was close though. He hit him.
He finished him on the ground.
Well, yeah, but when
the initial you're talking about,
yeah,
sometimes it happens.
So I think I definitely think Alex will give him a run for his money if he loses. So if they fought that fight again, I think Gustafsson will look a lot better. Plus, he knows his strength. He knows his power.
Jones versus Anthony, bro.
Yeah, I want to see
Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler too. That's what I want to see.
Really?
Come on, man.
Robbie Lawler never impressed me.
Never?
No.
That fight with Rory McDonald and that fight with Johnny Hendricks didn't impress you whatsoever.
No.
You out of your mind.
Nah.
I'm gonna tell you out of your mind on your own podcast.
Right now. No, it's fine. No, it wasn't.
He looks phenomenal.
It was
except
entertaining.
For Tyrone Woodley.
Yeah. That's what it's like. Woodley looked more interesting than. I can't. What's that guy's name?
Than Robbie.
Yeah, but I've never been a Robbie fan though. You know, maybe he didn't fight enough, or I saw him enough.
I'm not that big of a Robbie fan either. I'm not.
Yeah,
but he is impressive lately. These last couple fights, man, his takedown defense looks phenomenal. Hands look good.
He was a champion, so yeah.
And his determination, bro, to get through some of those fucking those shots is incredible.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking about watching fights. Some fights are just not entertaining. Like what's his name? Steve Thompson. He's okay. Does karate shit. Like it could because it's different. Thompson. It's different. Yeah. I go, ooh, let's watch that, right?
Yeah.
Even Mcgregor, it's different. Okay, cool. But
they're dynamic. They're really dynamic, man.
But the times I saw even I can't think of it. Hendrickson fight. I was just like, I'm more interested in Hendrickson's training regiment than seriously, because he looks like just a yoked wrestler, and you go, oh man, that dude's stacked. But when he's in the cage, I kind of go, I'll watch it. I'm not.
You gotta respect this about Hendricks is that what he does like a lot of basic stuff, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, he does that well enough to get people he shouldn't be. I mean, the way he took down Condit doesn't get taken down like that very often.
Yeah.
I believe, didn't he take down GSP? How many people took down GSP?
Your boy. Oh man, what's his name? Matt Serra knocked him out. That was kind of wonky. I saw it. I didn't think he won the belt.
I think he was too cocky.
Who?
I think Matt Serra was too cocky the first time they fought. I mean, not Matt Serra, GSP. GSP was too cocky the first time.
Really?
I think that's what it was.
It looked like he just got
off and didn't take training serious.
Probably so.
And Matt Serra was like, boom, motherfucker.
But he caught him with a weird head kick on the cranium, though. So it was like, yeah, that's just one of those things where you get caught. And like what was it, Nick or Nate Diaz knocked out Robbie Lawler with a jab.
Nick.
It's just one of those things where you just catch this guy with something planned.
If you walk it, like if you have your forward momentum, it adds power to the punch.
Yeah. So that's why when GSP got beat, I was like, he lost officially, but it wasn't. Matt Serra didn't have more skill. He didn't outbox the guy, out jiu-jitsu the guy, nothing. He just caught him with that crazy cranium punch or cranium kick. So it's like, And as you can see, Serra didn't keep the belt that long. So, yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's one of those crazy things. I think GSP was ducking or something, and Serra went for the kick, and it caught him like forehead, cranium, and he was just dazed. So I was like,
man, but he followed it up. Hey.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in fighting. Anything.
Mm-hmm. We were talking about Jones and Rumble. What was it, Lyoto Machida? Caught Jones a few times, man. Like, made Jones respect this shit. Machida ended up getting choked out.
Oh, man, and the way he got choked out, that was the most gangster shit I ever seen in my life.
But when Jones was catching him, though, or when Machida was catching Jones, it wasn't anything crazy. It was just what Machida does.
Yeah.
And when Jones started getting punched in the mouth, he was just like, ooh, I got to try something else now. Because in the other time, he's dominating his opponents. And that's why you were saying Rumble, I think it will be a good fight because they stature-wise are the same or similar, and it'd just be a good matchup. Mm-hmm. Gustafsson, I didn't think so. Gustafsson doesn't kick that much either, but stature-wise. So when it was Jones and Cormier, I was like, Cormier's fucking 5'1". That's such a mismatch, and Cormier is not.
Did you see the fight with Cormier and Alexander Gustafsson?
Cormier and Gustafsson. I want to say yes.
I hope to God you did. That was a phenomenal.
Yeah, because it ended with Cormier on Gustafsson's back, like punching him under his arm, and his head kept kicking back, and that's when the ref stopped it, right?
No, that was Johnson.
Damn it.
Cormier versus Gustafsson.
Yeah.
The first round, dog. This dude picked up Gustafsson and made him do like a front flip. Like
was that
like he like boom slammed his ass and then did stand up the rest of the time with Gustafsson.
No.
Yes. It was a phenomenal fight.
Was it a decision?
Decision, a very, very close decision. I'm pretty sure the takedown is one of the deciding factors. He definitely solidified that round. It's very dominant. Yeah. This should show you the highlights for sure.
I don't think I remember this fight.
I think it was UFC 192. Sometimes we'll like, me and the Subfighter boys will go to the bar and like bet beers on it.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I lost like, I don't know, man. I've had a string of bad luck lately.
Yeah.
I like had to buy like Ivan like 3 beers.
Yo.
Like, God damn it.
But that's just a wrestling move, that crotch grab or whatever it's called, the high.
High crotch,
Yeah.
You see him make him front flip?
Yeah, but he's tall, man. He throws him again?
Majority of the time, man.
Oh, okay.
He stood up with him.
I honestly don't feel like Cormier is offensive enough.
I feel like Cormier does a good job of grinding his people.
Yeah.
I think Cormier could probably drop another weight class and be middleweight champ. To tell you
Really?
the truth. I really think he can. He doesn't look like he's struggling over here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Was this for the interim belt?
No, this is for the title. Jones got suspended, remember?
Right.
Cormier was a champ.
And
I think this was his first title defense.
People dislike Cormier for that. Dirty boxing. Yeah, I remember this fight.
Oh, yeah. I love dirty boxing.
Why doesn't he just move his head? Like, yo.
It's controlled, man. He's tired. He's fucking...
Yeah, it's not like he's palming his skull. Like, he just has...
got that collar tie. Collar tie's got a lot of control.
See, to me, it seems like Gustafsson could just use his distance and just box him.
Yeah, but fucking... Cormier will take a couple to give a couple.
Yeah.
So once he gets that distance, I feel like Gustafsson was a little bit off. Like he should have been using more footwork. But I think it's the pace. A lot of it's got to do with the pace that Daniel Cormier sets.
Right.
Him and his teammate, Cain Velasquez, man.
Yo, why doesn't Cain... When does Cain... Cain fights in 205, right? In New York?
I think he does.
Yo, I like Cain. Man... Yeah, title. That's tough, man. I just watched, was it Glory? No, it was Lion Fight the other night, right? Some dude lost the belt by decision. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. That's tough. It's hard. I don't want to say it's hard in the UFC to lose it because you have this momentum and you're the champion. As long as you kind of hang in there, like, I will give it to him, right? Because not that that's what happened with GSP and Hendrickson, but you go, he's got the belt. Let's keep him as champ. But the first decision loss I saw for a title was on Lion Fight. This was last week. Can't remember the guy's name, but I thought it was I was shocked a little bit. Like, yo, they decision loss for the new belt. It almost didn't make sense, but I guess the guy got beat, man. But yeah, Cain. Oof. Oh, that's what I was saying. When he fought, who did he lose to in Mexico City? Verdum. I was so mad at that dude. Like, I was thinking.
Cain's like played by injury.
But I'm thinking, yo, Cain, why don't you go to Mexico City like 2 weeks out? And I don't know how much money the dude has, right? But I was like, yo, you should go to Mexico City 2 weeks out, get used to that thin air, and just work. Because he was, it was 2 years too,
Maybe
right?
he didn't believe in it, dog, because I didn't believe in it either until I went to Colorado.
It's there. It's a different atmosphere, man.
We did sprints, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I'm telling you, dude. I'm thinking, yo, why wouldn't he go over there? Why wouldn't his team be like, yeah, we need to be there 14 days ahead of the fight. So 15 days we need to get there and just work. So now, because check this out. Now he can at least pace himself. I can go, whew, I'm sucking wind. Let me try something different this round, you know? But when I visibly saw Cain tired, I just went, who is this dude? Like, that's not Cain Velasquez. That's not who I know. No, what are you doing? And he rushed in for that, whatever. He tried to do a double leg. And you don't double leg into a jiu-jitsu black belt's armpit. Like, no, man. Put your face in his chest. Don't. When I saw that, I was just like, come on, man. You got to do better than that. Coming from a guy who's never fought, right? But when I saw him kind of downshift and Kane was tired, I was like, no, you can't do that, because he didn't have the head movement. He just wasn't there, and I was like, nah, man.
Yeah, man, those are the bad ones. When it's not your night.
Yeah, man. But that 205 card, I don't know. I'm kind of.
Jim Miller's back on that. Thiago Alves is back on that.
It's big hype.
Thiago Alves was fucking a phenomenal striker. I hope he's got his wrestling game where it needs to be, because that's all they did. They no one wanted to strike with Thiago.
Yeah. I never buy into the hype, man. It's like, oh, it's New York. Well, okay. What does that mean?
Nah, not the hype, the card. You gotta look up the card, bro. The card. That's what makes a fight.
Yo, I do like him. Oh, what the heck is
Uriah
his
Hall?
name? Yeah.
Yeah, we partied with Uriah Hall in Vegas.
But he's so off and on, it's frustrating.
He's.
'Cause I think the guy.
He's so dangerous.
Yeah, that's one. But if he's off, he's way off, man. Like, come on, dude. Because the guy I think he's fighting next, he beat with that spinning back kick or something.
Oh yeah.
He was getting
knee
waxed.
spinning back kick.
Yeah, he was getting waxed in the first round.
Man.
Second round, like 45 seconds in, my man.
Dynamic, bro. You remember Uriah Hall on the show?
I didn't.
People were afraid to fight Uriah Hall.
I didn't watch it, but I saw that KO where he head kicked that guy, and immediately felt horrible about it, because that dude froze up, man. He just and it was gone.
Uriah Hall's a real down to earth dude, man. He goes to Cali a lot. My boy Daniel Yaquez is a good friend of his too.
Yeah, he I guess he seems like it. Yo, where's his 205? This one? Yeah, Alvarez McGregor. Yeah, I wish Uriah would get it, because he's 30 or something, man. So he's not a young whippersnapper.
Look at this card though, man. Tell me you're not excited with Tim Bosch's fight.
Woodley Thompson, I want to see that. I like Cowboy.
Cowboy's last performance was phenomenal.
Yeah.
They did like a fucking Super Saiyan meme on it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yoel Romero versus Chris Weidman. Chris Weidman, I don't know, but that's going to be a hard fight for him, considering Yoel Romero is a silver medalist Olympian.
And he's
for
juiced up.
Here we go. We got targets on our back. Every UFC fighter's going to come looking for it.
No. Weidman, I've never thought Weidman was impressive. When he beat Anderson Silva, but anybody that would have beat him, I would have said, wow. But he's never, maybe he's just too, he's not flashy. Maybe that's what it is. He's solid.
He
but I've
does
never
all the normal stuff, but he does it well.
Yeah.
And he does. I think his grit is what sets him apart.
Yeah, wrestler too, man. So, what was that? Oh, I thought that was Holly Holmes.
Frankie Edgar's fighting Jeremy Stevens. That should be interesting.
Yeah, I wish Frankie would get a break.
Yeah, man.
I feel like he should be a champion.
I feel like he should have fought McGregor.
He was lobbying for that, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, big time, man. And he should have got it. He really should have got it. I'd like to see a Jose Aldo McGregor rematch too.
Aldo McGregor. Yeah, it's all politics, I think.
Yeah, man.
Because you would think, how long was Aldo a champ? 9 years or something?
Yep.
And he gets knocked out in 13 seconds or whatever it was.
Like the little 145 Anderson Silva, bro. If you watch his WEC fights, he was fucking a killer.
I went down that rabbit hole the other day. I think it was
WEC?
Because I was watching Crazy Horse.
Oh,
I forget his name, man.
Yeah.
I was watching Crazy Horse, and it just kept popping stuff up. I was like, yo, Aldo? Watch Aldo. I used to watch WEC a lot. Like that and UFC too, but WEC was the only,
with the lighter weights.
It was the only organization that seemed legitimate, you know, because I think there was Strikeforce and
Strikeforce, yeah. I mean, there
was
Pride.
I wasn't into Pride. I think I just missed Pride.
Oh man!
Like now, I'll go back and watch it, but I missed Pride.
I feel like the UFC keeps absorbing all the best fighters from different organizations for sure.
Yeah,
Rampage's from Pride.
Yeah.
Right. What else? It's just a game. Nogueira was from Pride.
What's the guy that got suspended for life?
Wanderlei?
Yeah.
Wanderlei?
Yep.
Wanderlei was for Pride.
Yeah.
Wanderlei used to be a fucking animal.
What's his name? The Samoan. He's not Samoan. Well, I guess he is Samoan, but
Mark Hunt.
yeah, that dude's nasty. I'll watch a Mark Hunt fight.
Mark Hunt.
As basic as it
Walk
is.
off.
Yeah.
Knockouts are phenomenal. I was
Yeah,
like,
man.
damn.
As basic as it is, I'll watch a Mark Hunt fight.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I don't know about this fight. They're trying to get money, which I get, but
Oh, they're going to get mine. For that fight, I don't buy a lot of UFC things, but I'll buy this one.
even for tickets though, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the prices are,
I
but
don't know. I'll probably go either do that or have like a little house party and drink and bet some liquor on it.
Whew.
Every fight we lose is a shot, just so you know.
yeah.
I
got to figure out how to watch these fights here.
Yeah, I stream it, but I think it streams at like 3 in the morning, bro.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But I was trying to watch some fights. I can't remember which one it was. But I was trying to watch. Some fight. But I ended up going to work and they were showing it in the food court. I was like, I'll sit here for the next 10 minutes. But I think it was delayed. That's what it was. It was delayed because I was getting notifications on my phone like, "Yo, this person, he won, knockout." And I was like, "What?" So the broadcast was
Behind
30 minutes late or something. Yeah. That's the only thing about being over here is trying to catch up with, I guess, the North American time. It happens though. So, yo, why'd you get into mixed martial arts?
I always liked fighting, bro.
So let's talk about that.
Always fought.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got enjoyed the Navy, and then I was like, okay, I missed the competition. You know what I mean? I wrestled in high school. I missed the competition. It was just something I missed.
Yeah.
So I went to a gym called Charlie's Combat Club. Right. And in Charlie's Combat Club, I met my one of my favorite coaches of all time, Eddie Grant.
Right.
And just the team, the atmosphere, and the coaching staff was phenomenal for me. I liked it. I don't like the big structure, bow before the everything. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I like more of the family dynamic. So we had a good dynamic. At first, when I got, I was brand new to the Navy, I didn't know how to tell them I was gonna fight or whatever. So I just didn't tell them.
Yeah. Why not?
And then by the time they had started asking about it, I was like, well, I'm 5-0 right now, so I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, you have to. And I was like, no, I already checked the instructions. There's nothing to say anything about it.
Yeah, you just can't.
And
they just worry about you getting hurt and stuff.
Yeah, and I was like, how else? Well, there's all Navy boxing and there's all Navy wrestling. So how else would you train for that?
Yeah.
And then they really didn't have an answer for that. And they're like, how about you just put in a special request shit? We'll fucking approve it because you're already doing it. And I think I was going up for was it 5-0? I think I had one more fight and then I went for my amateur title.
Right.
And I won my amateur title and I was like 7-0.
Damn.
And then the next fight I lost. I fought Lupe Hudgens. I lost that fight by tap out in the 5th round.
Yeah.
But I went an upper weight class and tried to fight for that belt. I was like, I'm trying to be double strapped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Walk through a supermarket, 2 belts on my shoulder.
You stupid. Wow.
I wore that belt to work and everything. They were like, you got to take it off.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I was like, I ain't taking it off for the whole first day, man. Leave me alone. I was like, take it off.
Did you start with anything specific? Striking, boxing, wrestling, or anything? Or did you kind of just jump into the whole thing?
I kind of like doing everything, right?
Right, yeah.
And I pretty much did whatever my coaches told me to do.
Yeah.
I had Chris Garcia, Nate, and then pretty much my main coach was Eddie. Eddie, whatever Eddie told me to do, I did.
Excuse me.
Like, why would I not listen to the dude who's making me win every fight? So
right.
If Eddie told me go in the back and do 200 box brawls, I would literally go in the back and do 200 box brawls. I'd be like, is that 99? Let me do one more just to make sure.
Yeah.
And then what was it? Yeah, I didn't have much stand-up back then. I was like, but I would wrestle, and then I got pretty good at grappling and ground and pound. So that's pretty much how I won most of my fights back in the day.
Right.
After Eddie Grant, to this one of these days is like tied for my favorite coach of all time with Tracy Hess.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'd put second like Alex Castro, Kyle Boom. My boy Kyle just had a fight too. He just lost title for I think Tai Chi Palace fights or something like that. Or his fights at Tai Chi Palace, but I think he's 10-4 for pro record.
Yeah, we were talking about the WEC, UFC, Strikeforce. It's almost amazing how many I guess fight organizations are still out there.
There's so many though. There's because those are the big wigs, right?
Because even King of the Cage is like still down there, still just kind of hovering and doing some things, doing some shows. So they're not UFC's not buying those guys out, but they're consistently putting on shows, consistently having people show up.
A lot of dudes they acquire, like Uriah Faber fought in King of the Cage. He was a King of the Cage champ.
Yep.
A lot of them go through these little organizations because you got to build up your record to get to the big organization.
But it's still solid though. Like we were talking about Crazy Horse. Like you can just sit in that organization to be solid, reputable, sponsors. The whole kit and caboodle. Or I guess you can.
But they won't pay as much. You mean they don't have the resources? That the other ones do. I like. A lot of it has to depend on the connections you have and connections your coach has and stuff like that, and then your record, and you got to build up to get to the big leagues. But
I'm still glad those guys are still there because it's horrible for the person that's trying to pursue the career if all these organizations are just going belly up, which happens, right? But you need the ones kind of the lower end folks where I don't know how much people make a fight, but
the entry level pro level.
Make $5,000 a fight. If you're successful in that, that's not bad. You're getting punched in the face for a partial living at that point, because most of the time those guys aren't full time.
No, you got to remember that pay gets taxed.
Yeah.
Then you got to pay your manager like 10%, depending on whatever he asks for.
Right.
So it's just.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, not the big picture, but you go $5,000's not bad. Because you can't live off of it because you got to pay all that other stuff on the back end.
Yeah.
But it's enough to where if you want to pursue it, you kind of know your value. So if you go from what were you saying? Not World Series of Fighting, but King of the Cage. So you go to King of the Cage or Bellator, and like, we're gonna give you $5,000. You're like, man, fuck y'all. I was getting $5,000 at King of the Cage, dude. I need at least 15 now, because now I gotta fly. Now I have to do all this additional stuff. Your flights. Well, I'm just saying you have to take in all these other considerations. But if you're down there at King of the Cage, you kind of get an idea of what it takes to go. What I guess a camp takes, like what all it entails.
Oh yeah.
Because like you have a sponsorship, right?
Sponsored by Affliction, because the headquarters I train at is Affliction,
right.
So they sponsored me, and then I ripped the most hated fight gear from Guam too, because I fought in Washington like 7 or 8 fights in Washington.
Right.
And then I went to PCS to Guam.
Yeah.
Right, I had to leave, I was totally bummed about, but fuck.
Yeah.
Got to do what you got to do, and
But I think, you don't. I don't know the details, but you don't necessarily get paid checks.
Oh no!
You just get benefits.
These were the amateur fights.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So even with that, if you go to some bigger organization or sponsors come at you or whatever it is, now you kind of have an idea of what you can ask for.
Different sponsors will give you different things.
Right.
Some will cut you a check.
Yeah.
Affliction would be like, hey, you got $500 credit limit.
Yeah.
Go get what you want to get.
Right.
And I was like, oh, dope. All right, I'm going.
Yeah, man.
But I fought once in Guam.
Yeah.
On the Prepper How. Then I went to Cali, fought an amateur again, and then I just did this pro fight like a couple months ago.
Right. Yeah, man. That's why I think as long as these guys stay relevant, the organization, World Series of Fighting has been around for a little bit too.
Oh, yeah.
But as long as they stay relevant, it's good.
I got a couple friends in the World Series of Fighting actually now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Brett Malone.
Yeah.
He just not tapped out his dude in the last World Series of Fighting. I think he's getting ready to fight again on it.
Yeah.
Matt Kovacs.
Okay.
Ben Fodor.
Yeah.
He just headlined one of the World Series of Fighting.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, Ben's a beast.
Yeah.
So like, a matter of fact, I'm so tight with my first team that like I just recently visited them, trained for free. It does what's Catalyst C3, and we trained.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I actually cornered Brett in his one of his pro fights while I was up there.
Oh, it's not a bad gig, man.
It was pretty cool. It was a dope little thing, man. They did it on an Indian reservation outdoors. It was fucking gorgeous too.
Yeah.
And then let's see. Cali was awesome too.
Right.
Cali was awesome. It was like the Affliction headquarters.
Yeah.
Is huge. So it has like a jiu-jitsu like little mat area.
Right.
It has a cage. They just put up like a bunch of new bags and shit like that. They got a ring in there. It's just got a ton of room. I got Tracy Hess there. He's like one of my fucking Eddie Grant and him are my favorite fucking coaches of all time.
Right.
In any sport ever.
So are you gonna try to pursue it as a career, or is it just kind of something?
See how far I can go, man. Because how am I gonna tell my kids they can do whatever they want if you don't believe it yourself, man?
Well, no, yeah, you might just say, well, yeah, I did it. You want to do it for a little bit, but then you're like, well, I don't want to do it for a living. I'd rather coach, or I'd rather open up my own gym. That's what I was wondering.
I want to see how far I can get.
Yeah.
I just want to see what I can do, test myself, and then I think I'll be okay. Like you know what I mean? If I can't get up there, I'll be like, well, fuck it. I've had like 6 fucking pro fights.
Yeah.
I'm happy with like at least I went for it. A lot of people don't even go for their dreams. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my brother-in-law, I think he fought King of the Cage and then some other smaller organization, right? In Idaho or Washington State, I can't remember which one.
Mm-hmm.
But he fought King of the Cage before, and you go to his gym. He's got his belts up there and all this. Like I think he had like 1 or 2 belts. He's got gloves that are signed and all this stuff. And I think some of it is he wanted to do it, so he did it. But then he's like, I'll just open the gym. He's a personal trainer, right?
Yeah.
So he's not a mixed martial artist professionally. That's what I was asking you, because some people kind of just want to do it to see if they can do it, and once they do it, they may see, it's not for me. I'm good at it, but I don't have the drive for it. But I think they have to get to that point though, and then say, okay.
I think a big thing that has to do with it is you don't get paid that much money to your big name. Yeah. Like it's hard. There's people that live out their cars.
Yeah.
Like and train if they want to really do it.
Yeah.
I have 2 teammates that just recently fought on Bellator.
Right.
Chase Gormelli, he just beat his dude by armbar.
Right.
And before that, he knocked out Joey Beltram. He's a pretty decent name over there.
Yeah.
And then my homie Gabriel Green, he's on the come up. He's still undefeated.
Right.
He's 3-0 right now and about to fight again. I think on Bellator.
Man, I think Bellator is not
the 2.
If they could change the name or whatever, that whole argument, but I think it's a solid spot.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's big enough where you can get paid and get the exposure.
And still have your sponsors.
Yeah, but then I feel like it's not so big that it becomes a show. Like the UFC is almost a show now, you know? But Bellator is still kind of, okay, you go and you fight and that's it. But UFC is...
I feel like Bellator's doing the right steps. They got the Bellator kickboxing now. And
yeah. I think that's probably, they're not putting all their eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Even like the UFC has the... All right, man. They have the UFC, then they have, the Ultimate Fighting show, and then they have all these gyms. Gyms don't make money. Theirs probably does because it's UFC, but typically gyms, you can't make a lot of money. But
I feel Bellator, fuck, man. I feel like nobody that wants to really fight goes to a UFC gym.
Yeah, that's what it seems. That's what I'm saying. It seems like a show. It seems like, ooh, let's market it, which is great. You should market your brand, but at the same time, what was that movie? It was Rocky, where you got the Russian just in this dungeon, just getting after it, and the guys that are in the better, cleaner gyms, they don't know what struggle is. So I feel like if you go to a UFC gym, you're not really. You kind of already made it. Why? Because I'm in the UFC gym. But you go to the dungeon. You go to the guy that works 8 hours a day and then goes and runs for an hour and then goes and trains for 3 more hours. Yeah, and then has to go to sleep and wake up again the next day.
How bad do you want this?
Yeah.
The dudes that do the extra rounds. The dudes that get beat up, get up and keep on sparring.
Rich people are never champions in any combat sport. Never.
Not necessarily. BJ Penn is actually kind of wealthy. Like he was it.
All right,
he was a fucking G.
One guy. One guy. But on average, you take 10 people, 100 people, and you have some guys below the poverty level, guys that are kind of working paycheck to paycheck, and then a middle class guy. There'll be more poverty dudes that'll strive, that'll succeed, because they're hungry. They're like, I gotta win this fight because I have to get paid so I can get to this next step.
I think it's the constant overcoming of adversity.
Yeah.
And I think it teaches you mental toughness. You deal with all these things in your life, and you got to be tough about it.
Yeah.
You got to because what the fuck is crying going to do for you?
Yeah.
Is crying going to put food on your fucking table?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it going to buy you clothes?
Yeah.
No.
Every now and then, I think you got to go through it. Just like like we were talking about how far you go. You have to go through it, hit that mark, and go, yo. And those are the questions. Damn, is crying right now going to do anything? No. Y'all got to go through it, but all right, let's go back out. So when you go back out, that threshold is pushed even farther back, and then you kind of fear, I never want to get to that point again. So I got to be tougher or work harder or whatever it is to go beyond that. But I think the tougher guys. Same thing with NFL, any pro sport. The rich kids usually aren't as good, or they don't last as long in the pro circuit because they just go like, what's the guy? Oh man, the Dolphins coach was Shula. He had a kid that coached for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah,
Dave Shula, whatever he was. He was horrible though. Horrible. The Bengals are already bad, right? They're the Cincinnati Bengals, right?
All right, cool.
Right, but then when he came, it was like, oh, it's freaking Dan Shula's son, or I can't remember what Shula. You know what he does now?
Huh?
He's the manager of a steakhouse, one of his dad's steakhouses, like some Shula steak or whatever in Chicago.
Yeah, man.
But he didn't have that. Not to say that there aren't well-off coaches. My point is that kid came straight from money.
From Silver.
Because dad was the Dolphins coach for 40 years.
I think it has to do with parenting, man.
Yeah.
I think it has to do with parenting. If you sugarcoat, like if you take care of your kids too much,
yeah.
then what the fuck are they going to work for?
If you hug them too much, they become chumps. If you don't hug them too much, then they become assholes. Yeah. You have to find that spot right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like we were talking about spanking and just being on your kids. You have to do it just enough to where they know they can't go here. This is wrong.
Like, here's the line. Don't tiptoe over it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Anyway, I can't remember what we were talking about. We talked about so much stuff in the last 28 seconds. Oh, yeah, what were you going to do? Are you going to still fight and all that stuff?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to still fight, man. I'm definitely what I'm going to try to do next is right after this Bahrain tour.
Right.
There's a the CRS 11 dudes that just came out. Mm-hmm. I'm going to try and get one of them active billets over there. I know the senior chief over there. He loved me. Yeah. So he wanted me to go over there. When I was coming here, I was like, no, I already got orders.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, I'd go over there just to train at that gym.
Yeah, why not?
And just be with my team again, and then just continue my career.
Yeah, that's what I plan on doing. Man, I got a little short timers going on, but try to get back and do stuff that I want to do.
Yeah.
Like even doing this out here, I have to find the time because the clock's ticking here. So if I got to do 17 episodes in a month and then just push them out, whenever, so be it. But in the States, it's completely different, man. I was driving to Virginia. I was calling people in New York. Like, it was so much easier because I was at that location. But now,
plus you got different resources in there.
Yeah,
you got different resources.
Yeah, man. But
while I've been here, Tracy has called me or he messaged me an offer. Did I show you that?
No.
He wanted me to fight in Hawaii on November 14th, and I was like, oh fuck. Yeah. Like I want that Hawaii card. Like 5 of my fucking teammates were on that card.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
but fuck it. And we're here. So
Yeah.
they were like, nah, probably not going to happen.
Probably not.
And then Bahrain MMA, I just went over to Bahrain MMA.
Yeah.
And like I said, they got the Palestinian, like a boxer dude that was on the Olympic team for them.
Yeah.
And then they got another dude named Hamad. He's doing a little thing. They wanted me to do a boxing match. They're like, do a boxing fight.
Really?
Yeah. They're like, do a boxing fight. You probably would.
I may, not to be rude, but I think I saw that dude because we were out there it was a whole night, right?
Yeah.
And they were just kept bringing guys in. They would introduce them, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's a professional fighter." I can't remember what the guy's name was, but I probably saw him, man. That's
Shit, I think I got him. Hold on.
I don't know. We got some.
Let's see here.
Yeah, 'cause when I saw that place or when we went out there.
You know what got me to stay at that place, man, was just the people, how cool and chill they were.
Yeah.
The atmosphere, like I was talking to you, that's a big thing for me.
Yeah, man, it wasn't bad at all. The only thing I got, I won't say that, but yeah, I want to go back out there to check it out because we only went out there that one night for like I said, it was some sort of expedition thing. I was like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah, here it is. No, is this it? Yeah. That's me. That's me back there in the middle. That was the day we went out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So all those people were there watching and fighting and doing their thing.
This is was the Olympic team boxer dude.
I don't know, man.
He's a G. Like I sparred with him.
Yeah.
I can verify.
Man. Anyway.
I don't know, man. I gotta say, another thing is when people move, they stop doing stuff because they're like, oh, I don't know where to go for here, but I'll just I'll Google it. Like, you got resources. Go.
Dude, that's how I was when I came here. I was like, yo, this is exactly what I thought. I went, okay, I'm going over there again, right? I said, yo, can I go to Abu Dhabi? Watch some grappling matches.
Yo, dope.
Like I wasn't even thinking about training. I was just like, yo, can I head out there real quick for like a solid week? But when it came to training out here, like I said, I didn't have my car. I have my car now, but now it's like, well, I'll probably leave here in a little bit. So, but I was thinking, what can I do here that's going to mirror what I was doing in the States? So then I can use this back in the States. So a lot of stuff is up in the air. Then too, I'm trying to save money because I'm just trying to save money, man. I'm about to retire.
Yeah, why not?
So I'm looking, and then that's why I said I have to go out to that place. I think there's a place around here though. I want to say there is, or at least there was. But my thing is, I want to watch them because at Southern Maryland Jiu-Jitsu Academy, I went for like a week or two.
Yeah,
and just kind of watch people to see their skill level, and I was like, ooh, that dude's nice. That one made me want to go. So if I kind of stack the cards against me, it makes me want to do it.
Yeah,
because I was already interested, but I didn't want to go in. I'm like, man, these dudes are scrubs.
Nah, what I do is I go with everybody. I'll be like, let's spar, let's grapple.
Yeah,
that's the first thing I do.
Yeah,
I like that shit, and then it literally tells me like your skill level.
Yeah, and then the class structure, because I've never seen a class at Bahrain MMA, but we just went for those fights, right? It's like, okay. But that was the thing. It's like I have to go and watch the class and see what they're doing, the different belts or whatever it is. Because I think, if I can remember, man, I want to say no gi, we wore belts because we had to line up. So we had to line up according to our belts.
Nah, I never wore belts during no-gi.
Yeah.
We still line up.
Yeah.
But it's not in any particular order.
Yeah.
It's usually seniority, but.
That was the only formal thing we did. We would do that and then.
Oh, yeah.
Like
for
bow.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the black belts would be there. We line up, we bow, face the flag, bow, and then we just go into warm-ups and stuff. But yeah, man. I might go back out. Now I got a car though, so I can head out there. It's right next to Domino's. That's a dangerous place, man. Yo,
I just ate 5 slices of pizza too. Like I just, we like it. I had when the homies come over from Bahrain MMA,
Right.
Hamad,
yeah,
and like we literally ate. He was like, "I'm gonna order pizza. I want pizza."
right.
And I was like, "He's like, are you gonna eat it with me or what?" And I was
Try-
like, "Hamad, you got like fucking like 10 days to your thing." He's like,
Yeah.
"Nah, I'm underweight.
yeah.
And he is. He's like disciplined with his fighting shit.
Right,
So I was like, "Yeah, I'll eat it with you." I ended up eating 5 of the fucking slices.
dude. Bro, it was so like we left. It was maybe I don't know. It was maybe 10 o'clock. It was late, right?
Yeah.
And we couldn't get an Uber, and I don't know how I got this cab driver's number. I still got the number, but we were walking. Like we left, we came downstairs, walked out to the street, and was like, "Yo, man, we can't get an Uber." Like, my phone was almost about to die, so I was like, let's go into Domino's, man, and see if we can use their phone."
Oh yeah.
So they end up I think I got the number from them, man. So we ended up sitting there ordering some pizzas and some pops. And yeah, man. Like I didn't want to eat, man, but hey, Domino's the only spot that's open cuz I'd have to go there in the daytime, but I couldn't see like taxis. It seems like it's a highway or something.
It almost is,
Cuz there was no kind of stagnant traffic. Everything was just going through and going through. So yeah, man. I should go out there tomorrow. Why not? It's a little ways out, isn't it? About a half hour?
A little bit ways, but
yeah.
My homie Hamad gives me a ride, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, they come pick me up.
That's what's up. That's dedication, man.
I'm telling you, man, it's the atmosphere, and I like when they're really about the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like fucking who else goes and visits their fucking first team? Nobody does that.
Yeah.
Like, maybe a couple of dudes, but I go back, I visit them because it was like a family atmosphere. Subfighter crew, we do everything together.
Right.
We go out to In-N-Out. We do like Korean barbecue is like our
man.
thing.
Why you bringing up In-N-Out?
Hey,
I'm fighting Mooyah over here because it's the closest thing I got to Five Guys. You bring up In-N-Out, man.
Listen to me.
Yo.
In-N-Out's fire.
Yeah, I know. I was
I
stuck in Cali for I think 6 months.
Oh man.
Yo, In-N-Out was straight. I rented a car for about 2 or 3 of those months.
Shit,
too.
we just did, me and my team do a Vegas trip every once in a while.
Really?
2 of my team members just came to New York with me. I showed them New York and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's like a real tight crew over there.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah, Tracy Hess Subfighter. Shout out.
Damn, man, that's good stuff, man. That was the other thing I liked about Southern Maryland Jiu-Jitsu was it wasn't nothing against a Gracie gym because there's a Gracie gym where I live about an hour from where I live, and Southern Maryland Jiu-Jitsu was 10 minutes. It was right up the street from me.
Oh yeah.
But the biggest thing I liked was there were smaller classes,
so they could individually pay more attention to you.
And I'm telling you, if 15 people, including the instructors, were there, it was kind of packed. And I've seen the Gracie joints on YouTube and their website. They have videos. And it's a bigger facility. Just always a lot of people, and not that that's bad because if you have a lot of people, let's say you're gonna do a fight or a grappling match or whatever it is. Now you have more of a filter. You just don't have to beat 3 guys and you're the best in the room. So with the Gracie spot, you may have to beat 10 guys or
and
15
they're phenomenal.
guys. Right. But to learn the craft, I like the smaller setting, man.
You get a lot more individual attention.
Plus, I know you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like every Thursday you're coming, well, I'll see you Thursday because I'm coming Wednesday and Thursday. But every Thursday I know you're coming. So that's what I also think. That was the other thing I liked about it was very much I know this dude, right? And so like we were talking about sparring or striking, kind of builds that trust because I don't necessarily want to strike with a guy I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I got you because a lot of the new dudes will go way too hard.
Or just period. This dude may just be a hard striker. But if I don't know him, I'm just thinking I'm going 25. But I'm just trying to throw shots. I'm not really trying to hit you, knock you out.
Usually, if you're in a good gym, the coach will be like, "Hey, go easy on this one." He knew.
Yeah.
Or he'll be like if 2 people come in and they try to go hard on people.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Ali or Gabe."
Yeah.
go ahead and spar this motherfucker real
Yeah.
quick. Hey, guy,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Same thing happens.
check him real quick.
Same thing happens for jiu-jitsu. 'Cause they'll, this one dude, there's this one story. A kid came in and was rolling with a black belt, right? Well, no, he came in and he started wrapping his hands with, I don't know, I guess wraps. I don't know. I don't use them things, right? I wasn't there. Started wrapping his hands, and the guys were kind of like, the black belts were kind of like, just
like, do you know it's jiu-jitsu?
Like, what is he doing? Whatever, whatever, because it may just be his thing. Like, some people tape their fingers. Well, whatever your thing is, well, maybe it's just his mantra, whatever, right? His chakra, whatever the thing is. So they're rolling, right? The new dude, they didn't even pay yet. The new guy is rolling with the black belt.
A black belt?
Yeah. And the black belt's slick, man. Slick. He used to get, I've never tapped this dude. I've never gotten close. He would do this, what's it called? Dwarf, monkey choke, elf choke.
The fuck? What are you talking about?
Oh, I can't. Hobbit choke. Right? He was, because he was a short guy. He'd be able to be, you're in his guard, right?
Right.
And he'd be able to put the bottom of his foot on your neck and be able to pull your gi and choke you every time. Like, yo, how does he do it?
Are you talking about the go-go plata, I think?
No, he's not coming around and using the like the shin to choke you.
Oh, he's using just his straight foot?
Something like that. He would get me all the time, though,
That's
right?
not a real choke, man.
Whatever. It works. I'm tapping. Whatever. But it was some kind of weird choke like that. He the one who put me to sleep in a cross collar choke.
Oh, yeah.
I had it, though. I was good. He's got my back. And he reaches in. I'm like, I got it. He pulls across. And I take these two fingers, dude, and grab my collar like, nah, I got this, son.
Yeah.
Just like that. Because I was wide awake like, I got this, dude. I reached in my collar, dude, and pulled. And it must have just cut the blood off because I went out. And I woke up. And he was like, you all right, man?
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm good. I was asleep. And I didn't roll any more the rest of that day.
I got some funny stories, bro.
Oh, well, wait. But this dude, the new kid's rolling with the guy.
Yeah.
New kid starts punching this dude.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's brave. You
and I'm
brave,
kind of like,
bro.
yo.
Like, seriously punching or what?
I don't know if he was trying to kill him.
What the fuck are you talking about?
One, he's new. Brand new dude, right? Didn't pay open mat or whatever it was, right? Brand new dude. You punching the black belt? Because sometimes if I roll with the black belts, because I'm fatter and heavier than all of them, right? They're all fucking small and fucking fit, right? If I roll with them, they're like light punch, like this is what you're open to, but just kind of like
show you what you
like when you're trying to get somebody's attention punch, like
yeah.
yo, you gotta block this stuff. Oh, cool. The way they were making this dude sound like he was trying to go at it, and the black belt cat was like, "Oh, you want to throw strikes?" And he just ate his ass up, dude. Ate him up. I'm like,
that's what happens, man. Don't come in a gym like that.
Yeah,
be humble. Try to learn.
You gotta be humble. Know you're gonna get smacked around and just take it.
Just know there's people better than you in every gym.
He never came back.
Of course he did.
That was his story. I was like, yo, you're in the wrong place.
That's the difference. That's the difference between a fighter
and
some dude that just like to beat people up.
Yeah, man. That's why I think the smaller places are a little bit better because the ego's not there.
Ah, man.
Not like, well, hey, let's go beat this dude up. No, let the black belt wax him, and he'll either apologize or never come back.
Yeah.
One of the two.
I gotta tell you, man. When we went to New York, like I said, we my coach Tracy called up Henzo Gracie,
right,
and was like, "Yo, come on, my team come train real quick."
Right.
And he was like, "Yeah, no problem." So we went over there, and they're a bunch of fucking monsters. Like they're all really good.
Yo, yeah.
But so humble. Like they're like, yeah, we could take pictures because we're like, yes, that's like our thing. We'll take pictures, but everywhere we go and shit like that, we train and shit.
Yeah.
So they're real humble, real nice.
Right.
The like front desk dude was like, hey, these dudes say they're here to train to Henzo, and Henzo's like, Tracy's guys?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah. It's like, let him on the train.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, dope. Tracy got pulled.
Hey, man. I think that's the best thing is when somebody's humble, they can wax you, but they know they can do it, but they're not really trying to humiliate you. You know what I'm saying? They're just beating you flat out. You keep messing up. You keep giving them your arm or whatever it is, and they just keep beating you. But they're not like, yo, oh, you sure you want to roll with me? Not that kind of stuff. Like, nah, man, what are you doing? Just do your thing, man. But yeah, that's what I do miss, man. I do miss it not being able to. I mean, I have the ability here, but just the uncertainty, you know?
Yeah, I've always been going.
Yeah. There's the one thing I'm just like, and that's why I don't like to commit.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, 2 weeks of jiu-jitsu is better than none.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
I'll probably go in there right now and get waxed.
That's what I'm saying. 2 weeks of jiu-jitsu is better than none. And it's peaceful to me. Like, it without it, I'll be cranky. I'll be like, don't tell me what the fuck to do.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
At work, it's a problem. You know what I mean?
That's why I would try to at least go to open mats. Because open mat, you can literally just go there and just hang out. Yeah, it's whatever. And sometimes I would roll like two, maybe 3 times. Because I think it was an hour or 2 hours. I can't remember what it was. Sometimes I roll 1 or 2 times and that's it. I'll be recording people, recording for them and stuff. But it was just to be able to go through it and just work a little bit, just to break a sweat and kind of get it done, But yeah, man, I do miss it.
See, now you're thinking. Now you're like, I'm about to go to this gym.
I remember I got my gi. I was like, yo, I got my gi, son. What's happening? Got my little, some kind of freaking bag. Hayabusa bag, whatever. I was like, yo, got me a bag? Because I was carrying everything in my backpack. There's nothing wrong with it, but I was like, well, I can't. I mean, I can. Like, why drive home, take all my clothes out of my backpack, put all my jiu-jitsu stuff in. Like, yo, just get a bag. So I was like, I had my little kit. Like, yo, let's get it, man. I'm going in there still getting waxed. But it felt better.
But you do it in style, though.
It made it easy because, I would like wash all my shit on like the weekends or whatever. I think open mat was on Saturday or Friday. I can't remember. But I'll wash all my stuff, throw it in the bag, and just leave it in the trunk.
Yeah, for sure.
Because sometimes I like call my wife like, yo, I'm gonna go to jiu-jitsu tonight. All right, cool. I won't have to go home and nothing because I lived about 40, 50 minutes from work. So instead of driving home and add another 20 minutes to that, sometimes I was just like, yo, I'm going to jiu-jitsu, man. And I get there early. The kids are still rolling with parents and all this stuff, man. So it was good stuff. I do miss it. Miss it a lot. But yeah, man, it was good times. Real good times. So you want to wrap this up, man?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. You want me to put your Twitter out? Or do you know it?
I don't even know about because I'm hardly on Twitter. I don't know.
Social media monster at twitter.com. No, it's not it.
It's Angel Oliveras 28.
All one word, right?
Yeah, all one word.
Yeah.
Everybody usually just hits me up on Facebook.
That's tough though, man.
Angel Oliveras. It's real simple. You find it's easy. Motherfucker and sparring in the fucking picture. Right. You know what I mean?
I thought about that with this podcast, and I was like, nah, I like pictures of my kids and stuff on it. Like, nah, man. Because think if you get just complete strangers. To me, I'm like, I don't want that. If I know you, cool. But no, I don't want that, man. Like, let me make his Garage Cast Facebook page if people want to talk to him, man. Yeah.
Plus, it's a company thing. It's your brand, so you should do it that way.
Yeah, I think there's a few professionals out there that just make a fan page.
There's a lot of people that make a fighter page. And, I don't know. I'm lazy. Like,
it's easy too, but I think a lot of it is a lot of it is your following. So I made a Garage Cast page because really just so it can be out there more. But there's like 120 likes on it, right? Which, all right, cool, whatever. But I would feel horrible if I were a competitor, right? And my page had like 10 likes. Yeah. I would rather just have them like my personal page. So I have 600 friends now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's kind of here or there, man.
Yeah, I'll get a bunch of invites. Everybody invites me to like their shit for now.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're a good friend, like, I'll fucking do it. But it's pretty fucking annoying, man.
I was thinking about that. Yo, because I was thinking about that too, because people are like, yo, like my friend's page and all this stuff. So I'll go to the page and see what it's about, right?
Yeah.
if it's something that I don't have anything to do with, I'm not freaking liking that page, man. Or if it's a service or something, I'm not getting that service. So like I like this other podcast, Metal Lab 101, Metal Lab 101, because those are the dudes that got me into podcasting. Okay. Me and Tony, we worked together. He got out, right? Started fighting. I think I ain't had one fight. For sure he had one fight. And so when I heard he was on the podcast, I was like, oh, yo, that's what's up. So I was hollering at his friends, and they put me onto the game. Like, yeah, podcast is easy. Do this. And here I am. So like I like their page. You know what I'm saying? And there's a few others out there that I have an interest in. Not invested in, but an interest in.
Yeah.
It's like the Project 6 Killer Gym and just
it never hurts to make new connections.
Right.
Network, you know what I mean?
But there'll be stuff like wicker baskets. Go like my page, man. Go like my friend's page. Like, seriously. And I kind of go, I'll check it out, right? Because if you on your Facebook page, you can see how many people are looking at your page, then what they like, whatever, right? I'll go check it out, man. I'll give them that. But if I go through it and it has nothing to do with anything that I want to do, I'm like, I'm not liking this page. Because I went through that for a while. I had like 600 likes or some shit, whatever it was. It wasn't 600, but it was too many for me to manage. You know, it's like it's as if they're free, but I think that's what we were talking about before, like that veteran thing. Yeah, how many of this is actual customer base?
I like your product versus I like that you're a veteran.
Yeah, because you'll mess around and go, man, I have 3,000 likes on my Facebook page, and I don't know what you're selling, right? T-shirts, whatever. But you go, my sales don't reflect 3,000 likes. So somebody was liking it. Ooh, probably because I'm a vet. Or maybe because I pushed this out for all these other people to like the page. Nah, man. You just have to kind of generate that organic following. So, yeah, when it comes to like you being a fighter, I don't know, man. If all of a sudden your friend list jumped up 300 people, you might go, I might as well open or just start a fight page or whatever, fighter page. But if it's like 2, 3 here and there every other month, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah, man.
Plus, I like to know who, you know what I mean? Who's on it.
Yeah, man.
I'll be like, hey, what's up? Who are you?
Right. Right. I don't know, man. But I think that's it. Again.
All right, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it.
Angel Oliveras 28.
That's right.
At Twitter. You can check me out at Arman_Hocker on Instagram, and check out the GarageCast Facebook page for any updates. And I think that's a wrap. Thanks for listening.